Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Koenigsegg Gemera, which is a new car that's introduced as part of the Supercar Science event. You can win it from the showdown. Now, what's interesting about this car is that it only has 2 gears, right? So when you set it up to particular upgrade levels, what I found is that with enough tire grip and a little bit less engine work, you can pretty easily make the car beat Dyno without going into second gear. Meaning, it is literally a one gear wonder. Okay, so it's a no shift wonder if you want to look at it that way. Basically, it'll Dyno 10.5, and as long as you can get the nitrous to go off quick enough, you can beat that dyno by quite a bit. But you have to launch with a needle drop. If you don't get a needle drop, of course, it kills it as well. That's actually a little hard on my device. I've never liked instant nitrous cars because it never seems to activate quick enough. For example, let's go ahead and try to get it with a needle drop. But then once you drop, you can't hit that second hit too quick. You got to let that thing change. And there's a little pause there. I would say a few hundredths of a second, enough to kind of hurt my ability to beat dyno by as much. Okay, but if you get it just right, it can pretty much destroy dyno. Now, that's with no shifting, right? One gear, hit nitrous, and watch it go. Beating it by that much, of course, has its positive and negatives. One is, since you're not really able to shift the car, you can't slow it down. That's the biggest negative. I mean, it's kind of a fun thing to have a no shift and beat everybody kind of car, but if you're beating them by that much and you're ultimately unable to slow down, you'll very quickly get moved up into the faster brackets. The other issue is this car has really high performance points with these upgrades, and it doesn't look like it's going to get better. Uh-oh, this is going to hurt. I didn't get that 0 RPM drop. Therefore, I am not going to get my dyno busting result as good. It still busts dyno, but still too much busting dyno, to be honest. I try to set it to a closer margin, but then the problem is when you botch the run, you really botch it, so it's not so good. But let's go back and try again with hopefully launching it correctly. This is the one downside to this car. It's got a bit of a sensitive launch. Too early, no good. Too late, no good. You know, whenever you have that, it kind of makes the car fun to talk about, interesting to see what it can do, but not really all that useful in the grand scheme of things. All right, let me see if I can get that 0 RPM drop this time. Can't be too early, can't be too late. You know, all the fun stuff with launching. Oh, of course it doesn't give it to me again. All right, now it's starting to piss me off. Okay, so when it does that, it really hurts me, and I can't get my runs the way I want it to. Now, even with the lousy launch, because I have it breaking dyno so much, I'm still running like 10.3s on a 10.5, but it does upset me that I'm not getting the needle drop that I need to get. And again, that also makes this car less useful in live because every little mistake you make is going to cost you. So while it's still a no shift wonder, it's not all that easy to, make it work right, and that's always a problem. All right, so let's try again. This time I'm going to actually do something a little different. I'm going to drop the needle and then hit launch. This way I actually can get the needle drop. Okay, now I get the nitrous off, and off I go. This is, again, no shifting, just nitrous and watch it roll. Oh, yep, that one did a little better. Not as good as I could, but definitely better, right? 10.2, again, I'm on a 10.5 dyno. Now, by doing this, I'm going to be pretty quickly killing this car. That's the downside to this whole experiment, is that I'm already bumped to a faster lobby. This is a 10.2 lobby. I already know that because I've been here with a 10.2 tune. So I know for a fact these cars are going to run somewhere between 10.0 to 10.2s. So now I'm not so competitive. Just like that, 3 races in, I already managed to kind of kill my car here. And that's not good. And I didn't get my launch again. This is probably the worst thing about this car. And I knew it was going to get bumped. I mean, so that's like a given. But, it is what it is. So yes, it's amusing, but no, it's not all that great. It's kind of a fun experiment, something I found out. Now, for Prize Cup, this can be pretty amusing because one, you're not using the launch button, and two, you can just hit nitrous and then watch it beat Prize Cup. So for that use, I think I will set up the card this way anyway. But generally speaking, it's not the most effective long term in live because again, you can't do a whole lot with slowing down, so you're going to get bumped, and that tricky launch really is making things less fun for me because I need to get that down in order to really get this to do what I wanted to do. Notice how when I hit the button too early, it refused to launch the nitrous. That little bit of time will cost you, and unfortunately enough to get me to lose, just like that. Okay, so that's the issue with this whole no launch, no shift setup. See, notice it ran a 10.4 when it really could have ran something like a 10.0. So that's where you're at. But it's fun. It is fun to find out that you can have a car that literally beats Dyno without any shifting as long as you get the launch right. All right, so I'm going to take one or two more runs. Wait, let me add some gas, actually. So I'm going to take one or two more runs and try to get the hang of this thing. Last night I played with this just out of, amusing myself. And I did probably 10, 15 races before I started getting the hang of the launch. So yeah, it's definitely tricky in that sense. But it's an amusing car in that it's probably the only one I know of that can do this in one gear. Okay, with no other special thing going on. There's, you're just running a really long first gear. All right, let's see if I can't get softings. Okay, see if I can beat them or not. It's going to be tricky, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so this time again, I'm going to drop the needle. And I think I got a pretty quick nitrous activation on that one. So I should be good here. I'm going to be running ahead and probably running too fast. This might get me bumped again, to be honest. What did I run? Yeah, that's going to get me bumped. Okay, all right. So amusement being what it is, it doesn't last long. This is typical of dyno beating in lobbies with cars like this. High performance point, low evo, dyno busting, and I can't slow down, so I'm kind of screwed. Is it fun? Yes. Is it going to last long? No. But it is really just, I'm just showing this because I was amused by it more than anything. So this is, I'm not recommending you use this setup or tune for live racing at all. It's just that it's amusing. I can beat people without shifting. That's really what it all comes down to. All right, off I go. Now, that's probably the closest car to doing the same thing, which is to not shift and still be able to beat me. Come on, I can win this. Yes. All right. What did I run? I knew I ran pretty fast. Oh, time to get bumped again. Definitely getting bumped again soon. But still, lots of fun. Uh-oh. See, this is how you get bumped. Computer's going crazy. No, this car can't be right. Can't be right. I'm going to crash the game altogether. This is just not right. All right, hold on. Let me reload. And we're back and probably bumped yet again. I mean, this is a... Oh, no, I still see softines. So maybe not too bumped. But the point is, as amusing as this is, obviously, for some reason, the game crashed, but that's been happening a lot. And then as amusing as this is, I'm not going to be able to play with this like this for too long. Sooner or later, I'm going to get seriously bumped, and then that's the end of that. However, in the meantime, it is fun to be able to find a car that breaks dyno in first gear and just, kind of hit the nitrous and watch yourself win. That's probably the laziest you could possibly get in live racing. I guess it will also make an interesting swap car if you can find somebody who's going to want to beat you every round, whereas you just watch yourself launch and go like this and go, all right, dude, just pull past me. It's my turn to lose. Just pull past me, please. Come on, man. You can do it. Ah, no, you didn't do it. Oh, Was that my turn to lose? I'm sorry. So even for a swap car, this is going to be kind of rough. But I'm having fun with it just to, have my little self-commentary going here. Anyway, yes, it is dumb and silly, but I had to do it. Okay? It's one of those things where I did it because I can. That's really why. But that also tells you this game has some interesting things in it when it comes to tuning, right? You never expect to be able to find a car and then set it up at a certain level of upgrade and then end up tuning it and finding out that you literally can beat Dyno in one gear without really doing anything other than hitting nitrous. So fun car, fun new car. It's also actually very good fully max. It does 6.9 very easily, but again, 0 RPM drop launch has to be done right. A little trickier in live when you're using the launch button, but otherwise, interesting car. So, this video has absolutely no value to anybody in the long run. I did it because I found out something that amused me and I wanted to show it to you guys. So please, don't take this one too seriously. Don't copy my tune and go kill this car. I think it'll do just fine with a tweaked slight down tune. But again, this is not the greatest of live racers because it's too high on the performance point side. It's not a low performance point high evo car. If it was that and it did this, then I would definitely be all over this car. But as it stands, most of these upgrades, by taking it off, doesn't change that too much, and it hurts the car's ability to really be beneficial in live. So it's kind of a fun car to have, amusing to run, but not really long-term viable in live as far as I'm concerned. Now, because it's a 6.95 car, you can go swapping with it fully maxed, of course, and at that level of evos, you also make good RP. All right. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this video. As you can see, I'm terribly bored and really wanted to do something just to amuse myself, and you get the end result right here. Feel free to comment. If you like the video, leave a like. If you don't like the video, please just let it go. And as always, subscribe so you can get notifications. And wait, did I just say that? All right, anyway, as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.